Hey everybody, what's happening? Son of a Silver Stacker here. In today's numismatic news and information for the 26th day of June 2022, I'd like to welcome you over to APMEX so I can show you those spot prices. Now, before I do that, I'd like to welcome you over to Good Morning to You with Tiny Numismatics number 169. We're going to be doing that tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Now, over here to APMEX, looks like gold ended the week at 1837.30. Silver at 21.45, platinum at 928.30, and palladium at 1912.50. Now, over here to coinnews.net, and there's an article by Mike Unser dated June 24, and that was just a couple days ago. And the title of this article is U.S. Mint produces 1.25 billion coins for circulation in May of 2022. And it says here, in May, the pace of production or producing U.S. coins for circulation slowed for the second month in a row, according to the latest manufacturing figures from the United States Mint. But the level still hurdled 1.1 billion for a fifth straight month and for the 15th time in the last 16 months. So they're definitely going gonzo on the coins, and I'm sure that at the end of this video, you're going to agree with that. So let's go on. Specifically, the U.S. Mint struck over 1.25 billion coins in May, representing declines of 1.8% from April and 14.8% from May of 2021. Here's how the month compares against others in the past year. So when I look at this particular chart, now I look at 1.255 for this month, and then I look at all the other ones that are 1.2, and basically it is in line with where they're at, except for this month here and maybe that month. So really in December, November, that's the time they usually cut the production, and I think that's what we can expect for this year. However, seeing how the American Women Quarters program is very popular, maybe not, December mintages for the following years, American Women Quarters, may set this pace in the 1.2 billions as well. So that's going to be interesting to find out, because I think the Mint goes into high gear next year. Says the Mint's main mission is to manufacture coins based on the nation's demand and transport them to reserve banks and their coin terminals for distribution into circulation. The Federal Reserve orders more 1-cent coins from the U.S. Mint than any other denomination, even as data shows that it costs 2.1 cents to make and distribute each one. In this particular article, if you click it, it says this was from, I believe, January of 2022. The Mint struck 588 million Lincoln cents in May, representing 46.9% of the circulating quality coins produced last month. Isn't that incredible? And I would say, if that is the case, that perhaps there will be some decent errors coming out, because let's face it, that is a torrid number. It's incredible. In fact, I would say that some of the best errors come at the end of the year. In fact, that incredible die chip cud on that Lincoln cent that was found in, I guess, southeastern Virginia, that's fetching like $700, $800, $1,000, was minted, I want to say, in late 2021, and maybe found in November. And that's really something to think about. Okay. I think the beginning of the year coins are nicer, at least the beginning stages of the dies are nicer. And when the dies get older, well, and let's face it, doesn't it seem like there's a lot of errors this year, more than last year or the year before? It's just getting worse, especially on the quarters. We're looking at the quarters. These American Women Quarters, they absolutely are beautiful. However, we know that the obverse of Washington side of the quarter, well, there's some stuff going on there that probably needs to be addressed and won't be addressed until next year, which means that this year's 2022 could be a variation of the design going forward. Now, month over month comparisons for coins used daily by Americans. Production totals in May saw 17% fewer Lincoln cents, 21.8% more Jefferson nickels, 14.6% more Roosevelt dimes, and 15.4% more quarters. So everything was more except those Lincoln cents, which was interesting, seeing how May represent almost 50% of the circulating quality coins last month. Isn't that incredible? Think about that. Now, Native American $1 coins are no longer ordered by the Federal Reserve, but they are still made in circulating quality for collectors. The same is true, or it was until last year, for Kennedy half dollars. Last year was 2021, correct? So maybe, well, there's something here I got to show you, and I think it's incredible. Now, the same is true, or what it was up until last year for the Kennedy half dollars. Traditionally, in January, the U.S. Mint produces both denominations to be expected amounts needed for the entire year. That turned true for the Native American dollars in 2021 and for this year so far. So you have to put that with the Mint, because so far the Mint is not having their typical behavior, and I love how they put that in parentheses, so far. But not for halves, which saw their mintages increase this year in May and last year in February, March, April, May, and August. So what are they saying? Well, we could easily see that June, July, August, September could easily show higher mintages for these Kennedy half dollars. Published mintages of the 2022 Native American dollars were unchanged in May, as mentioned, with equal splits 980,000 from Denver and 980,000 from Philadelphia for a combined 1.96 million coins. In contrast, the 2021 dollar log splits of 1.26 million from Denver and 1.26 from Philadelphia for a total of 2.52 million coins. Here we go. This is the meat and potatoes. Mintages for the 2022 Kennedy half dollar increased in May by a combined 3.6 million, divided equally with 1.8 million for each plant, more than doubling the amount last made in January. And we said in our videos that we had made before that this particular half dollar was going to be the least minted Kennedy half dollar since ever, excluding the silver coins. Well, that turns out to be not true, since May had ramped up production. Now, half dollar mintages now stand at 3.4 million from Denver and 3.4 million from Philadelphia for a grand total 6.8 million. And it should say again there, so far. Last year's half dollar ended with a mix of 7.7 million from Denver and 5.4 million from Philadelphia for a combined 13.1 million. And I think that's kind of where we're going to be headed here. And I'll show you here. The U.S. Mint started selling rolls, bags, and boxes of the 2022 Native American dollars on February 9. It released rolls and bags of the 2022 Kennedy halves on May 5. And these did sell out, okay? And then they came back, but they remained having a product limit of 11,000. And the same is true for the two roll set. They had a product limit of 22,000, had no mintage limit, no household order limit. Although it did go to remind me, I don't believe the Mint has these in stock. I think that the coins that they have, and I think Tiny Numismatics brought it up, that maybe the coins are not in the Mint's hands now. They are in the Federal Reserve, and they are going out into circulation. And now that's exactly what's happened. These coins are now being found in circulation. So that makes 22, 21, and 2020, 3 years in a row that you can find supposedly not intended for circulation Kennedy half dollars. Okay, and that is, well, I don't know if we can even use that moniker anymore. NIFC, right? Not intended for circulation. What if we just use IFC, intended for circulation? Because things have changed, no doubt about it. Now, here's a summary of the circulating quality coins produced in May. Got those Kennedy half dollars, 1.8 million. I'm telling you, something's up with that. And, the Mint isn't too communicative. They're not selling these coins here on their website. They are being sent out to the Federal Reserve Bank to be rolled into bank wrap rolls and sold. You can even see them on eBay, just like you can the 2021s and the 2020s. And I think, maybe, like I said, 3 years makes a pattern, right? 3 years makes a pattern. Minting facilities in Philadelphia and Denver are tasked with making all U.S. coins for commerce. Last month, the Denver Mint struck 6.38 million coins, and the Philadelphia Mint 628.94 million coins for a combined 1.2553 to that's so many coins, 1.2 billion coins, right? That's amazing. And to have Philadelphia outproduce Denver is kind of actually amazing. Now, year to date, that's from January till now, the Denver Mint made 3.3 million coins and the Philadelphia Mint made 3.1 million coins. See, that's kind of what I was saying. They combined for almost 6.5 billion coins. Did I say billion or million? Oh my gosh. 3.3 billion, 3.1 million for a combined total of 6.5 billion almost, which is 8.1% more than the 6 billion coins minted in the first 5 months of last year. That's incredible. So they've ramped up production, okay? Next table lists coin production totals by denomination and by U.S. Mint facility. And like I said, there's that 6.8 million for the 50-cent pieces. What's up with that? Now, if the current production pace stretched through December, the annual mintage for 2022 would near 15.6 billion coins. Now, last year, the Mint manufactured 14.5 billion coins for the year. It is incredible. Now, this is the 2022 quarter mintages, and I'm just going to briefly touch on this. I'm running out of time. That says here, in addition to the 2022 Native American dollar, with its 1-year only design, the U.S. Mint through May released the first 2 issues for their 4-year program of American Women quarter dollars. Each features a unique design. They include the Maya Angelou, the Dr. Sally Ride, and now here, from the overall production total, there are 5.6 million in quarters that the U.S. Mint has yet to officially assign to a design. These are likely the first of many more quarters depicting Wilma Mankiller. Mankiller quarters started circulating in June. Now, this last table offers a breakdown of this year's mintages that have been reported by Coin Design, including the first 2 quarters. Now, obviously, I've talked about the Kennedy half dollar over and over, but check this out. These mintages are strong for these American women quarters. Look at the $500 million there and over a $500 million there. We could easily see if these numbers keep up. 2.5 billion quarters for 2022, and I only imagine that that would increase as time goes on. Now, I think I'm running out of time so quickly here that I can't really get to my other items. Now, just want to show you this. In 2 short days from now, we have the American Innovation $1 coin from Kentucky coming out, and that's that bluegrass banjo. That is amazing looking. I'm thinking that's probably going to be my favorite coin out of 2022 so far anyway. Now, off to the plus ones. Check this out. Bam! Now, this is a chart to help you decide if you've got a problem or not. Now, it starts here. Do you have a problem in life? And you go here, no. If the answer is yes or no, you go here. So no, then why worry? So do you have a problem in life? Yes. Okay. So then you go here. Can you do something about it? Yes. Then why worry? Okay. Do you have a problem in life? Yes. Can you do something about it? No. Then why worry? Hey, well, you don't have to worry, but you might want to make a plan. Yeah. So there's that. And now finally, boom. This is a song by Led Zeppelin. It's called Down by the Seaside, subtitles in Español. Really cool song, cool vibes for a Sunday morning. Hope you really enjoy it. There it is. I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. Son of a Silver Stacker.